Yo fam, Coach Sam with Strong Gents Coaching, and today I'm going to be telling you what the best shoe is for running and walking. Now, why should you listen to me on what the best shoe is? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I walk about 8 to 10 miles a day at work, just on the gym floor, back and forth when I'm training people. Also, I'm a previous ultramarathon runner, marathon runner, half marathon runner, 5K runner, and rucking. We did a marathon with 40 pounds in a backpack. And so I've had a couple different shoes, and I'm gonna be honest, the best shoe that I like is the Brooks brand. This shoe has been above and beyond any other shoe brand that I have worn in any of these races. And I've run in Nikes, New Balances, Diadoras, Asics, and a couple of other ones I believe I've tried also in the past, like Salomon, Ultra. And although it's like they're not terrible shoes, it's just the number one shoe that I have used and I recommend to other people is the Brooks brand. Boom, Brooks Ghost. These are the ones I use. These are a little bit more speedy on the feet, a little bit more firm. They have a model called the Glycerin. It's a little bit more cushion. That one is more for ultra running or people a little bit heavier. I like to be fast on my feet. When I'm a midfoot striker, I'm not a heel striker. So I stab the ground with that midfoot and then I drag back. So I don't like having a softer shoe. It feels like I'm clunking on the floor. The Brooks is great. Unfortunately, I'm going to be honest, Brooks, you got to step your game up. This is the Ghost 14, and it's okay, but the quality since the Ghost 12 has not been up to what you guys have reached. It's starting to decline. So Brooks is the best shoe right now, but it might not be in like a year or two if they don't fix their shoe notes. It's just made cheaper for some reason. They don't last as long. They don't feel as quality, but it's still on the top of my list. I still bought this dang thing. So if you're in the Monmouth County area, a great store, love the people there, is Runner's High. It's in Freehold off of Shank Road. So you can get a discount if you say Pulse Fitness or Sam Letson, 10% off. So go there. Great shoes. They'll let you try on a few different shoes. Brooks may not be for you, but they are fantastic shoes. They're just built great. The structure's great. They feel phenomenal. And they have multiple different models to accommodate the person. Are Brooks for everybody? No. There are a couple of people out there who should use different shoes. I'll give you an example. The Hoka shoes are super popular. I'm not a fan. They're way too clunky in the heel for someone like me and a lot of the other people that I train, but they are fantastic for people with a shorter Achilles tendon and super tight calves. I had a client one time, he was running an Asics, right? He loved Asics, but every time he'd run Asics, his knees would ache, his calves would be crazy sore and tight the next day, calf spasms, hamstring spasms, patellar pain, right? And he didn't really think it was the shoe. He thought it was just from running. He's a heavier guy. Turns out we switched to Hokas because they have the fat heel. I just gave him a suggestion. I was like, dude, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the Hokas because of this huge heel. The problem with the heel is your foot moves around too much and you're not in contact with the ground. You have to have some relationship with the ground when you're running. But for him, he had these really short Achilles tendons, massive calves, but he kind of walked on his toes. He bops on his toes a little bit. So I was like, dude, we're going to throw a bigger heel on you. That way your calf doesn't have to do as much work. Let's see what happens. And it was pristine. No more pain anywhere. His feet hurt a little bit getting used to the shoes, but after his feet adapted to the shoes, the structure of the shoes themselves, no more pain. So the Brooks aren't set in stone, but they're a fantastic place to start for anybody who's walking or running, especially because they have a bunch of different models. But to each his own. You can go ahead, you can try some Mizunos, you can try some Saucony, I can't really remember the name. You can try some Nikes, you can try some New Balance, the Hokas, so on and so forth. But my brand that I ran 50 straight miles in, 26 miles in, I did training for rucking in these shoes, and I wear them all day, 8 to 10 miles a day, 6 to 8 miles a day, whatever the case may be, depending on the day, is the Brooks shoes. I wear the Ghost. They have the Glycerin. If you're in the Monmouth County area, check out Runner's High off of Shank Road. It's right near I Play America. Ask for 10% off by saying Pulse Fitness or Sam Letson. If you have any questions on how to get better at running, what cardio routine should you use, how should you prioritize your time in order to get those sessions in, you can send an email to stronggentscoaching@gmail.com and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, people. Thank you so much. Peace.
Yeah.